Hey everybody, welcome back to Critical Mass. My name is Paul. I went to see Jumanji 2, The Next Level, last night. And normally I'm pretty tired from work, bringing cheer and joy to the masses all day long. And so when I get to the theater at 7:30, my eyes are kind of like this. And it'll take a pretty good movie to keep me awake until the end. Just like when I went to see Ford v Ferrari, I went in there super tired, and that movie just woke me right up because it was so awesome. So I get to the theater, I'm pretty tired, and this movie was like a lullaby, really.
I got chills, they're multiplying, and I'm losing control, 'cause the review Paul's supplying is electrifying.
A couple of years ago, when the first one came out, they made a whole bunch of money because people like to see Jack Black, Kevin Hart, The Rock doing their thing. And they were so confident in their movie, they said, you know what, we're going to do part 2 and we're going to release it right around the same time to compete with Star Wars. That's how confident they were. And I'm pretty surprised that they came out with such a mediocre movie. Like, it had Danny DeVito in it, which was kind of really awesome at the beginning because Danny DeVito, he's funny. And The Rock, I really like The Rock, and Kevin Hart and Jack Black. But the problem is that while they're funny on their own, you don't have The Rock. You have The Rock impersonating Danny DeVito, so you don't get that thing that you're really craving. The scenes beforehand, before they get zapped into the video game world, with Danny DeVito and Donald Glover, it was really good. Like, I wish they had more of that in the movie than the actual plot of the movie where they're in the video game world. So what you're in for with this movie is the freaky gaming console zaps them back into the video game world. They're not in their same bodies that they were in the first movie, and so you have all the dynamics of them trying out their new bodies, and they have this thing where they have new strengths and weaknesses, and that plays into the plot a little bit. And that's it. Then it's just a mediocre action movie after that. You have scenes with lots of monkeys or lots of aggressive birds, and the scenes kind of just go on a little bit too long. Yeah, okay, I understand there's a zillion of those creatures, but when are you going to progress the story? I'm tired of this action stuff. It's not very interesting. Now, if you're into looking at Gillian's midriff the whole movie, then you're going to really enjoy this movie because she has her cut-off shirt and her shorts on, and you'll see lots of her. So if you're into that, great. But that eye candy can only take a movie so far, and I'm afraid this movie doesn't get very far at all. It was kind of like, why did they do this? They had such a great start with the first movie. It made a ton of dough. I figured they were going to capitalize on that, but it seems that somebody's dropping the ball because the franchise will go nowhere after this movie. They could have done anything. They could have gone to space and done a space thing. After all, it is the year that Star Wars is coming out. But no, they didn't do anything at all. I would have preferred to see The Rock, Jack Black, Kevin Hart doing their own shtick. But instead, we kind of get them impersonating other people, and while you do get a few yucks, it doesn't hold your attention long. It's kind of like, okay, we've kind of got that now. You've done that. What are you going to do now? So I would say that it's not a must-see movie. Like really, even if it comes on Netflix, you could watch it, you could not watch it. You're not missing anything. Really, really, really let down by them not progressing the story more. It's just rehashed. I did enjoy Danny DeVito and Glover in it. Danny Glover, sorry. I think I said Donald Glover. Danny Glover. I really enjoyed them. I wish the outside of the game dynamic happened a lot more. I would have watched an entire movie of that, because what they gave us with the regular Jumanji plot was not interesting at all. And I think I kind of know where they're going if they release a third movie, just because of a little thing at the end where they do a callback to the very, very first Jumanji with Robin Williams. If they do that, I'm not sure it's going to be successful. So I would unfortunately give this I'm stretching it to give this a 6 out of 10. If you absolutely have nothing to do and you want to maybe take the kids out or something, sure, go see it. You're not going to cry that you paid money to watch this, but it's not the Jumanji that you were hoping for, unfortunately. All right, thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll be back next week with a classic review that we watched this movie so long ago and we haven't posted it yet, but we'll post it next week, and then Don will be back from his trip. We'll get him back to work, and it'll be good old times again. All right, thank you very much. Ciao for now.
I got chills, they're multiplying, and I'm losing control, 'cause the review Paul's supplying is electrifying.